Aloha and welcome here at Vavene podcast. Today we have Hasan Ahmed and he wrote a research proposal on the role of artificial intelligence in HR operations, a systematic literature review. And with a further ado, I hand over to our guest and please introduce yourself, Hasan.
Thank you so much for inviting me and these such a good programs. And this is Hasan Ahmed. I'm a normally professional CV writer worldwide and a researcher, authors. I have written 4 books regarding the language skills, which is really amazing for my country people who don't know how to speak English, who don't know how to improve their language skills. So on that occasion, and beside that, I'm working as a researcher in a Huddersfield University, and I have did my MSc Management with HRM, and I got some professional knowledge and practical knowledge on that area, and then I have scope to written a research proposal on artificial intelligence in HR operations, which is related to the HR functions, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You mentioned it. It was already quite a lot. Thank you very much. Now we know you a little bit better. Of course, down below in the description, you can connect with Hasan. So reach out to him. He's happy to meet you. I prepared a little bit for our conversation here about your research proposal. And I'd love to hear what sparked your interest in AI's role in HR operation. Was there a particular moment or challenge that led you down this research path?
First of all, I would like to say about what motivation or inspired to me for to written this research proposal. The artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming the business procession across the industries, and HR is not exception. For my interest in this role or in this topic stem to from the increasing integration of AI in HR functions, particularly boosting the efficiency, reducing the biases, and improving the decision making process. And the AI driven HR solution promise to stimulate operations while ensuring a more data driven solution, an objective approach to the workforce engagement and people relation management. And given this growing reliance on the digital transformation in HR, I was motivated to explore the real world to implication, benefits, challenges, AI adoption in HR operations. Lots of challenges to retain these, the particulars topics. The AI is recently introduced, like 2 or 3 years, right? So I can't manage. I can't produce a good knowledge or good type of contents from the the large scope of science directs. So there are slightly little bit research on this particular area.
Mhm.
So finding the authentic, particular topics, context is really difficult for me. But I made some, the related to the, HRM, development, and learning and development sector and recruitment, like performance management, hold the thing together. And I use the Prisma diagram for workflow, which is really good to the, for the systematic literature review. And this review, I believe that it explore HR operation very smoothly to the traditional to digital transformation. All right.
Right,
Thank you.
nice, nice. AI is frequently praised for identifying and closing skill gaps. How does it compare to traditional methods? How do you come across any standout approaches?
Oh, okay. So AI has a proven to be more efficient and data driven in identifying and addressing the skill gaps compared to the traditional method. I said you mentioned the traditional one, how effective, right? So, the AI driven learning platforms like, the LinkedIn Learning or Coursera use AI to analyze the employee skill set and recommended to the personalized learning or training materials. That is very good. Someone like in the particular area he has no knowledge or skills,
Mhm,
they emphasize use some tools for the key performance indicators, and they use the data driven learning platform to improve their skills in the particular area. And predictive skill mapping is very good. AI can access the market trends, workforce capability to predict the future skills demands.
mhm,
That's really good. And automated competency assessment, which is
mhm.
the another method to how effective the identifying the bridge knowledge gap between the traditional method to the new skills. AI based stimulation and assessment can provide the real time feedback, helping improving and employees skills faster. So compared to the normal or traditional classroom or training or development, AI can offer real-time personalized and scalable learning solutions. That's the thing.
AI is great at tracking employee engagement, as you mentioned. How do we ensure these metrics truly reflect employee experiences without crossing into surveillance territory?
There is lots of thingy. So your question should be like, the how can AI tools ensure the employee performance engagement metrics
Mhm,
accurately, right? Yeah. So in this particular questions, I definitely say there are two balance engagement insights to privacy consent. Organization can use the sentiment analysis.
mhm,
Ear powered sentiment analysis can analyze the anonymous employee feedback, engagement survey to gauge workplace moral, and leverage the passive data collection, which is the another, the way AI can analyze the collaboration patterns like email responsive, meeting participation without invalidating privacy. And
mhm,
they can ensure the transparency that clearly communicate how data is collected
mhm.
and used to blind build trust among the employees. And another way to the enable opt-in mechanism, which is employees should can control over their data sharing preferences to ensuring ethical AI use. By implementing those strategies, I believe AI can enhance engagement without compromising the employee privacy.
AI is making waves in different HR functions. Some you mentioned already, from recruitment to employee engagement. In your experience, which area has seen the most dramatic transformation?
The particularly in the HR department try to the recruit the good people for the organization. So in this area, I think that's the recruitment, which is the very important functions, the HR, because if you are not selected the particular people for the organization which you need, so you definitely lack of the performance, you can't produce the good performance, not generated good profit. So if you think about recruitment process is accurately particularly demanding for the organization need the people which is the original people for the organization, like not like the fake one. So the introduction of the AI powered tools like applicant and tracking system software, that we call the ATS. So
Hmm.
ATS, or AI driven candidate scanning,
Hmm.
automated interview processes, should be the good for the recruitment process, will be the applied, and they can pick the desired candidate for the particular areas. So this mechanism will be the good for the HR functions, rather than the measurement performance or talent management or employee engagement. Before that, you need to particularly emphasize on the recruitment and selection process, which is really helpful. The AI, the AI, artificial intelligence, they give the lots of softwares, they give the lots of OA methods. So one method should be the applicant tracking system software, should be the best one.
Real-time feedback and personalized development plans sound like game changers for performance management. Do you have any favorite examples of companies that are doing this well?
So the lots of companies use the that thingy, but the Googles, or the Microsoft, they use lots of you know performance metrics analysis thingy. But yeah, so I can tell you some example based on these. So they can use the performance, they can use the KPI system, which is the new materials. People normally use their own artificial intelligence. So if you think about the Googles, they use Google's Gemini. So yeah, so they can use their own system to measure the performance of the company, of their employees. So the performance review, employee survey, and HR department particularly emphasize on their the KPI indicator. Lots of elements they should be used for the performance management. So they can use their own system. So they need to develop their own system based on their ethics, task building, and thinking. That's the thing, I believe. What do you think? Like, I you got the lots of experience on the particular area. What do you think about? Can you add something with me?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of AI, you know. I'm really a
Hmm.
big fan of AI, and I see so much chances in the futures, especially in HR, because as a leadership trainer for the last almost 8 years, I had to do a lot of, I want to say it diplomatic, with the circumstances of the HR uh, yeah, of the HRs, it is difficult to deal with people in general, not because it's a difficult task, it's because of the variety of people. You have the good ones, you have the good workers, and you also have the bad workers. Now the question is, how do you treat who and when? And some people, they manipulate. And I believe if we implement AI tools into HR, this would help a lot, because first of all, it gives people space who need space. In terms of what we know have nowadays is, people would like to show off, they would show their skills, but often they can't because the tasks are too easy for them. It's just, as you know, if nobody tells, nobody knows. With AI, we could reveal this very fast and give those people the right jobs. At the same time, we know there are people, they are at the wrong jobs, and actually their job is anything except of doing their job. They're just trying to convince everybody that they have the right job, and they're not doing their job, and people believe this. And this is very difficult to reveal that this is actually is not the truth. And with AI, it goes very fast
Hmm.
that we see, come on, guy, uh,
Yeah.
you are at the wrong position. We are not saying you're a bad worker. We just
Yeah.
say maybe there's a better position for you. And with
Hmm.
AI, this is possible. Very fast, very cost efficient, and in a human way, like which a human never could be doing, because this
Hmm.
person would need so much time with this person and so
Hmm.
much knowledge. And AI has the time and it has the knowledge.
Yeah, so the you said about is there any particular organization to implement that real life feedback personalized? The several organization has successfully implemented the AI driven performance management system. If I uh, talk about the IBM Watson Talents is another. They use their the AI powered analytic to provide employee the real life feedback of personal career development recommendation. And the google's recently introduced the Google project Oxygen, which is the Google employs the AI to analyze employee feedback, managerial effectiveness, and provided targeted coaching and development plans, which is really good. I know the some of the people know about this, but if you go to the Google, search on the Google's project Oxygen or IBM Watson Talent, they use these the AI tools. And another one is a General Electronic, GE. We call the GE replace the annual performance review with the AI driven continuous feedback system, which is allowing employees to receive their real-time feedback insight on their performance, which is really good. And these systems are really foster the organizational culture, learning, and AI driven development.
When AI identifies performance issues, how can organizations ensure that this data is used constructively rather than punitively?
On the based on your questions, like
Mhm.
I can catch you the main points which you are actually knowing to about. So I repeat again, can you explain again, if you
Yes,
don't mind?
with the data collected by AI,
Mm-hmm.
the performances
Mm-hmm.
of the different employees. The
Mm-hmm.
companies can use this data to enhance their employees and to lift them up. They also
Mm-hmm.
could use this data to tell them, look, I think you're not the smartest, not the fastest. Maybe I should pay you less and you should work more. Even if this wouldn't be true, how can we
Mm-hmm.
avoid such scenarios?
Yeah, lots of thing we real life we got the the HR. So as a HR professional, to be honest, we got the lots of problems when we got the made the decision about this type of scenario. So people can use the lots of way to reduce this, to mitigate this problem. So yeah, so AI driven some or HR functions should be the useful, like AI driven chatbots and HR virtual assistant can help them. Emotional recognition and adaptive HR strategy can help them. Hyper personalized career pathings, which is help them. And another one is the blockchain enhanced HR and AI for the compliance, which is really good. The HR operation will be more become more proactive, personalized, and employee centric in the future if they use the proper metrics, proper use for the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence, you can use like artificial intelligence like emotional intelligence. you know People, if you think the artificial intelligence can do faster, it's not possible, because as a man you can develop the AI. People develop the AI. So when people develop the AI, they think about obviously the emotional intelligence. Why I'm connected with emotional intelligence? No, the AI can't feel the emotions, but people can feel the emotion of the employees, their workers. They're about this, sometimes they face their lots of family problem, work life balances, the safety issues and other thingy. So the people can imagine, people can you know manage this emotion, feel this emotion, which is not the artificial intelligence tool can do this, because people actually develop the artificial intelligence. That's why they need to emphasize on these areas particularly. Otherwise, the we can't uh, uh, come up with the good production, good performance from the peoples, because use the artificial intelligence. You can also think about the emotional stingy, like self management, self skills, social management, social skills thingy. So this can happens and should be balanced, I think. Yeah.
Some industries are slower to embrace AI in HR than others. How do you see AI aligning with broader organizational strategies, especially in those more hesitant sectors? Like to give two extreme examples. I guess a company like Google, they implement AI very fast. And an organization like any religious organization, they probably hesitate to implement AI.
Yeah, because the some company use the faster, some company can't use, because due to the factors there is several factors.
Mhm.
Some company bears cost. Like Google is a giant company, they can use they can invest lots of money in particular area, but other company can't do this because due to the financial inefficiency.
Mhm.
So is the one thing. Other thing is that some company use the faster because they predict the future, what will be the happened.
Yeah.
But some company can fail this. If I talk about the Nokia, do you remember the Nokia,
Oh yeah. I
how
had
they
to
fall down the market? Because they can't adapt the AI, and they can't predict the future, what will be the happen, what will be gone up in the future. So that's why if we compare with the particularly the Nokia or Microsoft, there's the real time difference.
Mhm. Mhm.
Already back in Nokia fall their market share, they lose their market position due to the cope with the artificial intelligence adoption. And Microsoft or Google's, they predict the future on this particular area. The recent times, Samsung, one of the
Samsung.
giant company mobiles, so they launched their Samsung Galaxy 2025 or thingy. They focus on the AI. They use the new implementation the AI, because of due to they the focus, not the middle class people. They originally focus the upper class people
Mhm.
who can imagine their life extraordinary another thingy. That's why they implemented lots of AI thingy, Google Gemini and thingy. This is the how difference people other organization like cope with, and faster organization then do this is the real thing.
Do you think AI in HR is redefining what we consider to be a company's core competencies?
Yeah, obviously, because the AI in the future, people rely on the AI, because the HR nowadays try to upgrading their self, but they can't do due to the lack of the efficiency of the people. So they don't know how to stimulate with the artificial intelligence. So nowadays lots of components, lots of thingy will develop day by day. The HR use the their traditional method. So the traditional method, which is not equipment with the new thingy. If you look over the social media or LinkedIn, you can find the people which they build their own profile in there, and they can use their the upgrade thingy. If the company use the traditional method, like collecting their CV by the emails, so they can waste their time, longer process. They can recruit the people immediately. The nowadays the HR need to be the transforming the digitalization, and digitalization can be help them to be more productivity. Here there is some biases, some privacy issues, we know, but they can use sufficiency, not the loss. Whole management thingy, whole organization can use the only AI, so that will be the happen. You need to you need to fire the peoples and put the some robots in there. It's really difficult, because if we think we can stimulate, we can uh, transform ourselves to the robotics, is can't do, because there is some emotional intelligence will be the happens, will be the what do I mean? I mean that people has emotion, robot not emotion, performance. So they can only selected. If you put some criteria, they can only count this one, but they can't uh, other thingy, like people has a emotion, people has his problems, people has a family, people has a the work related issues, safety thingy. So that's why we need to use the AI minimize, not the maximize, because there is a performance issues, there is a other issues, safety issues thingy. So we need to use the in a sufficient way, not in the market competition also.
Now you mentioned emotions. Human intuition still plays a gigantic role in decisions like layoffs or promotions. Where do you see the balance between AI driven insights and human judgment?
Layoffs, HR, the HR has a lots of work to do, right? So they can use lots of performance metrics, lots of real time feedback.
Mhm.
But if they use the originality of the HR, so they can need to ensure the diverse training data, regular biases audits, implement data encryption and access the controls, follow the ethical AI guidelines, adapted frameworks like AI ethics policies, expandable AI principles to the responsible AI uses that can easily AI driven HR system, fairness, transparency, and security. Those best practices can do the nicely, and when they try to the layoffs or try to the give the promotion of the people in the organization, they need to place certain criteria for those thingy. They, if they match with that, they can do the promotion, they can lay off the peoples. So use the nicely, yeah, ensuring the drivers training data on the basis of the performance need, on the basis of the organizational goals and objectives, and implement those data encrypted and access the control. If you give the over control the people or AI, it can be serious, it can be happened, or maybe give them incidents, they give the wrong decision based of this. So particularly when the HR use this AI, they can ensure their the all the performance metrics, real-time feedback, and personalized learning. If they can get the improve, they can give the promotion. If not, they can lay off. It's happened the situation based.
We know AI systems, they thrive on data. Bad data leads to bad outcomes. How should organizations approach data quality and integrity to make sure their AI driven decisions are reliable?
The data will be the reliable based on their input. People has a real time data when they work on the organization, like in UK, we go the in time,
Mhm.
and they save our biometrics, like fingers,
Mhm.
when we enter in this company, when we the shift completed, and then we go outside for house. So we need to they can collect our the fingerprints. Those things align the people. Those things discipline the people. They can do input their data in day by day. So on the particular area, AI can ensure the people, yeah, he did the 8 hours and today she did the 12 hours today. Yeah, he or she did this works today. So they give the real time feedback, like HR or management system software. They can show everything there side. So who can do, who can't do this, like thingy, but they can ensure the data protection, data privacy. People can use the data for different purposes, like these days. AI should be the dangerous when you can use the proficiently in a right manner, in a right way. So these the thing can happen in this particular thingy. I really believe that they organize their HR management system, like different software they can develop. Particularly they can use their own data for their own works. They can, if they share their data or another thingy, they might be the face problem. Maybe they have a good the products in the market. If they leak their data, it will be the other company can copies. So it might be the serious risks of this thingy. That's why I'm thinking, you know use efficient way, in a right way, the right panel, that can be better.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's also a transparency concern when AI is making HR decisions. My question is like, okay, how can companies ensure that these AI-driven processes remain clear and fair for everyone involved?
There is some challenges, like implementing those learning system,
Mm.
and they can over how can overcome this. So they can ensure the resistant to the change, based on maybe hesitation to trust AI driven learning. Like solution can be the conduct awareness program,
Mhm.
highlighted AI benefits, and data interaction issues, like legacy HR system may not easy to integrate with the AI powered learning platform. Solution should be the invest the scalable and flexible AI solution. Like they can use like ATS system software in a right way. They put their all the description, all the responsibility rules, what can do, what will be do, and thinking. And they, based on this, people can send their uploaded their CV, and within a second they can come up with this and match up the the people's backgrounds, education, qualification. They can match with these people. They can pick the right people. The high implemented cost should be the you know keep our minds. AI adoption should be good, but high cost. The small size of company, they can't cope with this type of cost due to this thingy. But they can use the free software. Lots of free software will be available, they can use. But they might be ensured that the data privacy, because free software but free thingy will not the the good for the organization, because they can gather your data and they can sell your data to the other company. Yeah. And so algorithm biases should be the, think your mind. If AI models are trained by the based on data, learning recommendation may be sketched. So, the solution regularly update AI models or AI software based on your organization, your preference, your thinking. So yeah, obviously ensure drivers training data set based on the algorithm biases. Don't do the overuses. Use the minimal and use your own software. Try to develop your software. If you use the other people's software or other company software, there might be the issues. You can't imagine, like, the few days ago, I scrolling my Facebook. I saw the headphones. I want to buy the headphones. I really think about I want to buy the headphones, but the Facebook give me the lots of advertise. I can imagine. I think, but they know about my perspectives. How can they? These the thing artificial intelligence should be happens. The when you go to the Googles, you search something, it's definitely Google sell our data to the Facebook,
Mm,
and Facebook know that how they know our perspective, what product will be the buy in future, or what we think. This is the thing we need to ensure about the use of the AI based on the
yeah, cross-selling data. I have even
cross selling.
own experience. It's already a while ago. I talked to a friend of mine about diapers. Don't know why. It's just about diapers, and then a couple of days later, in my feeds, then popped up diapers, which I have never searched for diapers because I don't need them. There's no need for it. I just talked to somebody about it, and voila, social media has shown me plenty of diapers. Yeah, and I can imagine with AI that this will be not more. I can imagine it will be more specific. Like in my particular case, AI would know that I'm not searching this normally and will not showing to me because it was mentioned somewhere. So I can imagine that with AI we can even have better target and marketing.
Yeah.
What do you think about training HR professionals to work with AI tools? Is this crucial? And what do you see as the greatest challenges and how companies set their teams up for success?
The training should be the HR professional need to go to training for
Hmm.
this particular area. Training can improve them based on their necessary.
Hmm.
The HR professional should use the training. There has some challenges to use effectively the AI, and how can they address? So they can address, like, the rest. I already speak about the resistant to the change, but lack
Hmm.
of technical skill they
Hmm.
should be concerned about. If HR professional
Yeah.
become a good HR expert, they need training. Okay, so what type of training they need?
Hmm.
Obviously, the company should, the make a survey, good survey based on their performance. They can organize their good team meeting and then discuss about the issue and what will be happen, or they can get the information from their KPI, which department has a lack, which people need to be training. The organization can develop their HR team. If they develop their or improve their HR team, they can, the achieve their own or goals, organizational purposes, because HR is the main people, main department of the organization. Without HR, you can't manage your company nicely. Why? Because HR people know the which people has needed training, which people have needed training or need to be trained in the future. So before giving the training, the HR people need to become an expert, right? So if they become an expert, like, then it should AI generate performance data should be collected by the top management. They need to ensure which type of, the particular area need to be the improve. If the if I'm the HR professional, or you are the HR professional, but you don't have any good management skills, the people, or you don't have any leadership skills, so need to be the, input the this type of keywords like leadership skills development training, the artificial intelligence align and module formatting on, they can give the suggestion that these companies are very good to the train the people for the HR department, for the HR. They suggested based on their own criteria, so they can use these purposes. So need to be train the people for good efficiency, improving organizational success or outcomes. They must use the training, but they need to ensure which type of training. So they need to put all the information one by one in the artificial intelligence system. They can suggest best organization to do the training, like thinking, like, my company, I have a, career counseling firm, HA Career Academy. So we train the people without any payments, without anything. Like, if some graduate people or some freshers candidate, they don't have any communication skills, they don't have any negotiation skill, marketing skills, HR skills. So we particularly invited the whole freshers or university or college students. They can, fill up the one form. They can give their data, and the form, we collect that, particularly data, which skill they actually need. If someone need marketing skills, we can, collected qualification, extracurricular activities, and the other thing, interest and hobbies. And then particularly we selected some industry expert, like one of the guy, like, Yusuf Ifti, which is the good trainer on sales in not only my country, but also he is a good trainer in the Asia. So I particularly hired the Yusuf Ifti by brother, so he can he can train the people without any cost, because he believed that if they train the people in the right way, they can be the, the human capital in the future in an organization. It's like, corporate social responsibility thingy. He can do this on the particular area. So if your organization should be the, growth, a good position, you need to train the people, you need to survey, you need to make an interview, you need to do the performance management. And then you don't do the punishment should not be the good solution. Training should be the good solution, because train can improve the people in a right way, in the right particular specific way, in certain areas like communication skills, or negotiation skills, or email communication, or interpersonal communication, or good teamwork. This is the thing I believe.
When it comes to learning and, like, say, adaptive learning systems, and we go back to organizations, then we can probably say they regularly hit roadblocks. So, what are the most enduring challenges you've seen, and how do they overcome them?
lots of organization face this type of challenges. Yeah, they can't. They arrange you know some get together program, or they arrange some the training not based on the skill development training, the based on the some activities training. On this activities training, people march together, work different way, like group activities, play some games. They can sharp their knowledge. They can learn good environment. Okay, so this way can improve their self. Particularly people has a lots of pressures, like family pressures, social pressures, on the status pressures, social status, like if you have a good the iPhone, you good people think you are the rich man, you got the status in the in the society. But if you have the normal Android friends, is the very below income people, is not good, not stingy. People think always this thing. If we think that particularly in the organization should arrange the activities training, and this activities training, the top management can see which people has a good teamwork, which people has very good in their own activities. Like if you make three peoples in a activities, sometimes you face you follow that the two people march together, they can good connection with them, and one people he can't cope with, he can do, he think that he will do the himself on the best way. So they can pick the own people in a particular project. They march two people in another particular project, they can organization can improve that way in a particular real life. That's happened with the Googles, that happens to the Amazon. They think about this people who has a skill in the particular area, they align, they give a project to the particular area. They can give you the not too many pressure, not too many work. If you believe, if you have a skill on the communications, you do this communications. If you think, if you believe the recruitment process, you can do the recruitment side. If you think about the operation management or operations thing, you do the operations one. So in a particular area, organization should think about everything has a good segmentation and divided in a way, and people who are expert in this area, they can push that area. Don't the traditional system, we hire the people from the science background, we put these people in the business business side, or the HR professions, or operations side or thingy. No, no, if you have an expert, you can put that in the particular expert areas. That should be the good way to do the good thing.
Do you think the traditional role of HR is fading because of AI?
Yeah, traditional, yeah, should be the diminish, or it will evolve the new way. But AI help the organization. AI improve the organization in a good way. We spoke about lots of things about the HR, about the AI. Traditional method will applied for the small size of company, and big company they can cope with the artificial intelligence. I suggest because if you develop an particular AI for your organization, you need to invest lots of money, you need to invest in a small size of company. Like we can use the free AI. I already said lots of software, lots of thingy, but you need to remind the data privacy, algorithm biases or thingy. Yeah, traditional method should be the apply for the some companies which are, the produce or locally run the business. If you think about, if your organization internationally, you need to good investment, you need to think about the operational cost, you need to think about the other costed, and then you can implement the artificial intelligence. Yeah, obviously in a day by day, people diverted into the traditional one to the artificial one, AI one. And obviously we need to think about the next 10 years, what will be the happen. If you think about the futures, if you not think about the futures, you will become the Nokia. If you think about the futures, you become the, Microsoft, or you will be the Google's
Mhm.
thingy. So that should be the minimized, that should be the align with that particular area. You need to think about this.
Okay.
What do you think? Like if your organization maybe do the, corporate social responsibility, like you do the work for the people who are particularly in the research area, they don't have the good knowledge, they don't have the good papers, so you do the same thing, so you use maybe the some particular AI for these programs for the running your business.
Mhm.
But you also think about the what will be the happen in the future, right? So
Of course.
definitely, what do you think?
Yeah, I think what you said, I can cope with that. Smaller organizations, they stick more to the traditional role because
Mm.
of implementing issues. Implementing issues can be money, can be also skills, can be also time. There are companies, they are small, they have maybe just 10 or 15 employees, and they have no time to implement anything. So this is also legit. And of course, a company with hundred thousands or even 10,000s of people, this is a field where there's even a need for it because there are so many people to manage. It is for the for what we have nowadays, it would be unproductive not using the AI tools. So it's basically obliged to use it, right? So I absolutely can cope with it. And I see that in the future, the AI tools, they will get handier. They'll get to be easier. They get to be more affordable. And then more and more smaller companies are also in in the reach of them and can use them. That's what I think about.
Yeah, I do believe, that HR, AI in HR has the potential to refish the companies in
Mhm.
their core competency. The yeah significantly reshape how the company define their core competency or core skills, as highlighted in my research. AI can identify the skills and abilities that the most crucial in an organizational success in a certain area as market demand changes. For example, AI system can analyze the employee performance data and externally industry trends to the recommended which competency should be the prioritized for the future development. Like, the Samsung or Apple has their own intelligence, like AI intelligence, that means the Apple intelligence. They think that they think that future will be the people will, or mainly the younger people, or rely on their, social media based. Uh, they can engage with the social media, they can post, they can write, they can do the content, they can do the videos thingy. They think about, if I introduce our own artificial intelligence or Apple intelligence, they people maybe the younger people maybe attract our products, they can buy, they can sell. So they think about their core competency. So if you think your organization has their own core competency, that will be the better in the future. You will lead your market position. Your role should be the market leader. That's the thing.
Mhm, mhm.
Right.
We know that HR has always been about people. Yet AI is making the field more data driven. How can HR teams strike the right balance between efficiency and maintaining a personal touch.
Like AI system require the vast of amount of data functions effectively, and the traditional one they think about the peoples, and
Mhm,
the digital transformation think about the AI driven. So to addresses this type of challenges, the data equality integrity organization should a strong data governance framework. If they develop their own framework, the research my research has this emphasize the importance of the ensuring the data used to train AI system accurately, relevant, and free from the biases. A regular audit check should be the educated to ensure their qualities of the data being used.
mhm,
And the additionally organization should implement the data cleansizing the tools to remove their duplicates, errors, and outdated data information. And collaboration between the HR people with the IT department should be the good strategy,
mhm,
because organization believe that HR no, human resource has a good capitals for the organization. If they make their good department like another IT department and collaborate with the HR expert, know what type of materials they need, like for the improving their organization, for to the leading the market. They can told the IT department has a expert in the particular technology. They can build their own system and merge with that, and then they can develop their own system for particular area.
mhm,
In that area they can ensure their good data, they can ensure their performance review, employee survey consistency and accuracy. And proper training should be the data management and data integrated, both people like HR people and IT people, and also essential to the ensure the smooth functioning AI driven system, and reliability of their outputs should be the good way to minimize and maximize their out and productivity. What do you think?
yeah. What do I think? I
Yeah, what do
think
you think? Like,
I think in every way AI is the future. This is what
mm,
I think. I think
mm,
AI will revolutionize every
mm-hmm,
market. And
mm,
when it comes to humans and especially HR, I believe that there is a lot of potential what can be led to a good outcome. Because we have to be fair, there are always both sides. When the knife was invented, it was very good because preparation of food was so much
mm,
easier. And we also
mm-hmm,
know there were some cases people used knives differently. And
mm,
I believe the same will happen with AI, especially
mm-hmm,
in human resources. Some companies who use AI tools will misuse them. Other companies will use them properly. And at the end of the day, it's maybe still a human who uses the AI tools because the AI tools are not autonomous yet. The question, furthermore, would be how will be the future when the AI tools actingly autonomously? Because right now it's still humans who uses the AI tools, right? And the question is, one day we will surpass this, and the AI
mm-hmm,
tools will be used by themselves, by machines. And I
mm-hmm.
think then it will be tricky, tricky in a
Tricky, right?
neutral way, in a very neutral
Yeah.
way. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
just imagine your boss, if you have a
Mm-hmm.
boss, is not
Mm-hmm.
a human anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your employer,
Yeah.
your employer
Mm.
is still a human. It's just
mm,
your boss, your first boss or second boss
mm,
is not a human anymore. And
mm.
this makes me very curious because it will
Yeah,
happen.
very curious. Yeah, but the problem should be the second or third boss, maybe the AI. So AI don't have any emotions, so they don't realize. You may face the lots of problems inside outside, lots of problems like
Yeah.
create a good work pressures or their family pressures or social pressures,
Hmm.
so you may distract from your work to other side, but the AI boss can't realize this the might be the problem. But yeah, obviously people a lot, oh, someone noticed me, yeah, I noticed me, I need to inform the I am doing here. So yeah, obviously need to inform them, need to submit the report, something is there may be alert, but we need to train the people based on this particular area, otherwise we can't cope with in the future. People may be the lack of skills due to the proper training.
Hmm.
So personalized training should be the good for this area, should be the improve.
Hmm. Personalized training and skill set for people working in HR or for every employee.
The HR has a department. HR try to improve their employee, so it should be the employee personalized training in a particular area. People, organization has a lots of department, lots of segments, so particularly they need to train up their employees in the particular areas, otherwise you can't get the good the remuneration, or you can get the good profit for the organization. Organization should be failed, so HR department should be the think about this one. For the every employee has need a good training for their own uh, areas.
Hasan Ahmed, thank you so
Yes.
much for
Mm,
participating in the podcast Vavene, Business and
thank you.
AI. It was
Hmm.
my great pleasure to interview you and talk about a very interesting topic and a topic I
Thank
personally
you.
like. It's
Hmm.
HR and, of course, AI. I
Hmm.
would like to give you the opportunity to end the podcast.
uh, I'm really grateful to you to invited me for this particular good, uh, what do I say, I'm really pleasure in a good area, that you created good things for the peoples who need to develop their own particular skills on this area. Is the good, I appreciate it. And the I already published my papers on the based on the generative AI in training and development of employees. Maybe the next time we'll discuss about the particularly training and development generative AIs for the employees, a systematic literature review, which should be the good. We will explore so many things about the learning and development sector, training and development sector for the organizational development. So thank you so much for everyone to enjoying our podcast. If you have any questions regarding any things about artificial intelligence with HR, you can put your comments in the comment section. We'll try to explore, we try to connect with each other. So yeah, obviously I'm really great to you, brother. You invited me a good such program as a